Before a family principal places a single dollar on the table, there's a storm raging inside their mind, a relentless pressure weighing them down. Think about that crushing weight, knowing that every choice can ripple through generations, that one misstep won't just cost money, but trust, reputation, and lives shaped by that legacy. It's not just investing, it's wrestling with a living, breathing responsibility that most outsiders will never understand. Because here's the brutal truth: the world you operate in promises freedom, but chains you to endless uncertainty, false comfort, and expectations you can't just walk away from. The real challenge? Cutting through that noise and finding what matters, what's real, what will actually build the future, your future, without selling souls to hollow promises or easy answers. Every founder, every investor out there knows the desperation of scanning endless opportunities flooded with pretty words and flashy numbers, but feeling a deep gut suspicion. This isn't it. This isn't going to transform anything. This isn't legacy building. Not really. They crave something that others can't see: clarity in chaos, a light that doesn't flicker with the next market crash or trend shift. Yet the problem festers because most investors buy comfort disguised as strategy. They chase the familiar, the safe playbooks written by those too afraid to break the mold. But here's the catch: comfort kills the fire. It extinguishes the rare brilliance they hold inside. The system wants them shaped, conformed, predictable. Yet, inside that fire, the truth burns. Their power lies in being exceptional, in breaking free from the smothering rules that pretend to guide but really cage. The question burning at the core is fierce: how do you invest so that every move aligns with that untamed inner voice, with a wild ambition that transcends today's illusions? First off, family principles don't just want returns, they want transformations. They seek investments that warp the usual script, opportunities that change whole industries, that rewrite what's possible. It's not about passive income or ticking boxes. It's about seizing the edge where breakthrough births chaos and chaos births mastery. They stare down projects that convulse with risk, but risk loved differently, almost intimately. Real risk, where with the right insight and patience, the reward expands beyond money, beyond decades, into real power and impact. Many founders fear that edge because it's lonely, but principals, the true ones, they're drawn to it. They sit with that loneliness and nurture it because they know there's no greatness without it. Second, every family principle hunts for truth buried beneath the dazzling story. Stories can seduce easy minds, but principles need unfiltered reality. They demand evidence beyond slick pitches. They want gritty transparency, deep due diligence that pulls every secret into the light. They want to uncover the unspoken risks, the forces that might shatter the dream before it even starts. But even more, they hunt for integrity in leadership, because what's an investment without a soul behind it? They seek people who burn with authentic purpose, who carry scars from past battles and wisdom earned through fire, not just charts and projections. They know that integrity aligns the stars when the market sways and the storms come crashing. Without it, even the richest backed deals collapse into dust. Third, family principles crave alignment. They're hunting for more than money metrics. They want investments that fit like armor to their values, that echo their vision. This is why many opportunities that scream profit fall flat. They simply don't resonate with the family's deeper mission. Principals understand that money without meaning is a hollow victory. They want ventures that are woven into their worldview, their ethics, and the future they dream for their children. This isn't about charity. It's about strategy on a level deeper than finance, a fusion of heart and mind that creates unstoppable momentum. The best investments become extensions of the family's ethos, creating forces no spreadsheet can calculate. Fourth, patience. This word might sound dull, a slow burn, no drama, but to principals, it's a weapon of extraordinary power. They don't chase the quick win. They stare down the decades-long game. They understand that real change and real legacy takes time to build carefully. The world is wired for impatience, fast profits, trending ideas, flashing lights. But such shortcuts only reap shallow gains. The deepest, strongest roots and wealth grow beneath long, patient seasons of silence, hard choices, and resilience. If you want to tap into what principles truly value, understand their relentless commitment to playing the long game, to withstanding the storms others run from. Fifth, the network. The true power behind every principal's investment isn't just the money, it's who stands beside them. The rare few who disrupt the ordinary are starving for connection. The world spits out lone wolves when it should be crafting packs of brilliance that complement, challenge, and elevate each other. Principals hunt for the hidden veins of synergy, those fierce alliances where different minds fuse into unbreakable forces. They know that isolation breeds weakness, and that only through cutting-edge collaboration can they scale impact, break boundaries, and truly redefine their reality. Imagine being able to tap into this elite level, where investment is not just about profit, but a revolution of the self and the legacy. To see yourself not trapped by outdated systems, but rising as one of the few who remake those systems. Principals don't waste time on fleeting trends or popular hype. They walk through fire with cold focus, unlearning what the world tells them is success, and forging new codes from the raw material of their vision and will. This is a different breed of investor, one who does not settle for enough or the okay. They want legacy etched in stone, carried through generations, alive and burning longer than any fleeting economic cycle. If you're a founder pitching ideas, know this. Earning the trust of a family principal is not about fitting their checklist. It's about embodying the untamed fire of your vision, rooted in truth, unwavering integrity, and a mission that outlasts your own lifetime. It's knowing your risks with brutal honesty and standing firm in your purpose, drawing the principal into a partnership where your goals align and your patience matches the long horizon of change. If you pitch with noise and show, you'll lose them instantly. But if you come with raw clarity, groundbreaking ideas, and genuine values, you awaken their hunger to bet on you, not because you're safe, but because you're right. For family principals themselves, the secret lies in embracing what most shy from: radical questioning. Question every assumption, every truth you've inherited about risk, about markets, about people. Reframe failures not as endings, but as hard wisdom. Build your investments not as isolated bets, but as parts of a bigger ecosystem where every piece fuels the others. Guard fiercely your sovereignty. Your will is the weapon that cuts through confusion and distraction. Be ruthless with patience, not settling for fast applause, but preparing quietly for seismic shifts. Align deliberately with those few others whose fire matches yours, whose vision sharpens yours. True freedom, the kind that electrifies and transforms, is only unleashed through these rare, brutal disciplines. The biggest myth waiting to be shattered is this: that comfort and conformity protect you. They don't. They bleed your fire silently until there's nothing left but a hollow shell dressed in norms and safe choices. The real investing life, the one that shapes families and history, demands breaking every comfort chain, standing in the raw light of uncertainty with a heart furious to create. It demands refusing the borrowed life the world offers and crafting your own wild path. One that calls to those few who dare to join you in the rebellion against everything that insists you play small, safe, dumb. So, what do family principals look for before investing? They hunt for fire in the dark, the raw, rare signals that say, here is truth, here is transformation, here is alignment, here is endurance, and here is connection. They don't settle for safe. They don't settle for easy. They embrace the extraordinary, the dangerous, the misunderstood, because they know that only the exceptional can remake the world and secure a legacy that no one else can touch. If your blood burns at this call, if your soul rebels against the rules meant to cage you, then your path forward is clear. Harness your power. Question everything. Align with the few. Play the long game. And watch as your investments don't just grow. They roar into life, lighting the way for generations yet unborn.